Good day, brothers and sisters, One Nation Tribal Alliance, and friends and family near and far, across the pond and this side of the pond. I'd like to welcome you again to One Nation Tribal Alliance. And today, I want to share with you some of the things that people have asked me. And I guess I'm going to start answering a lot of questions. And one of the questions that always come up to me or people come to me and ask me is that, they say, last night I got challenged. I said, what do you mean challenged? He said, I had a real bad, I don't know if it was not, well, I guess it was a nightmare. I said, okay. So they say, well, I got sleep paralysis and I could not move. I was just hoping my friend or whomever they're living with will come to where I can wake up. If I can wake up, I can get out of it. And I said, okay, well, so they asked me, how do you take care of yourself when something like that happens to you? Because I'm not exempt from being, attacked by the dark at night either, because, everybody, I being who I am, I just have to be taught by my elders to protect myself. And today I'm here to share that with you. And I'm going to share it with you by many things, and if you all remember uh, on the medicine wheel, east is air, air. Why do we say about air? Well, air is a lot of things that we do not take a look at. I mean, we don't look at air as an element of health or whatever. But you know, as I was getting older in my years being trained, I used to fast often and like once a month or whenever, but sometimes maybe twice a month. And to where, you know, I kept asking, why do I have to fast? Why? And at one point they said, well, today you're gonna fast about air. I said, okay. Um, when you go on your journey, air is very important. Air is something you can't see until you get to your higher vibration. Air is something that is there to guide you for your spirit to be guided, but you're not aware of it. So today, when you go fasting, when you fast, think about air. I said, okay, air is something we know exists, but we don't ever see it. We feel it, but we don't see it. And sometimes we hear it. You can hear it, whoo, whoo, whistling through the night or whistling in a very hard pressure. Air is there, but if you stop and ask and talk to it, being a spiritual person, yeah, we are strange people because we talk to everything. We talk to air, we talk to trees, we talk to the plants, animals. But, you know, have you ever stopped and listened to the air? Air, I'm going to show you. One of the things that I can give, I guess, an illustration on is our feather. Our feather has plumes on the bottom. And these plumes on the bottom, when I get a shorter one, shorter eagle feather, I make protection, you know, guides for it, for your trail. And usually you have it hanging on your mirror or in your house because one of the things that we don't listen to is air. And with this little plumes right here, these little plumes right here, they're very sensitive. They're very sensitive to air, you know. And when I start looking at it or just watching it when I was fasting, watching this feather plumes, I could when it starts moving, it's telling me something, and so I have to listen to it. I have to listen to the wind as a guide, as a protector, because a lot of times when I would go walking around, I would have a feather in front of me like this, and as I was walking, and if something negative is supposed to happen, believe me, these plumes will go crazy. Yeah, I mean, they start like blowing, or they'll be just going in and out, in and out, in and out, and that's when you know something ain't right. You know, at nighttime, when I used to have my eagle feather beside my bed, every night I get up, get before I go to bed, I would pick it up and I would look at it and I would tell him, please warn me if anything is supposed to happen. And I would listen out for it. And I would look at the plumes on it. And if it's going to be a wonderful, restful night, they just sit there and they're calm. But if something is going to try to attack me, they'll be moving. They've been moving like that. And when they move around, I said, okay, okay. So then I know how to protect myself. So today I want to talk to you about how I protect myself, what was taught of me to protect myself. Now, I will use again, I'm not ethnocentric, but I will illustrate it, a lot of my things using the Bible and, quote some stuff out of the Emerald tablets because it just not happened to people in America. It happened all over the world when the dark attacks. And what we do is in the Bible, it's in the Emerald tablets, it's what we are taught. And if, again, three things can't convince you, I don't know what else. I don't think I can. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you what I mean by when the dark attacks. So let me get my PowerPoint up and let me see. I go to this one. Boom. And let's see. Okay, let me. Okay, let me see it right here. This is what I want. All right. Elders share to me that one thing, I am an infinite being because they asked me that question from the very beginning. Who are you? And I said, I am an infinite being. I didn't say I'm an awakening one, but I am an infinite being. I am protected. And those that are awakened are protected by all. When I say by all, who do I mean by all? Well, being awakened and being an infinite being is two different things. Being an infinite being is that you've already experienced something at a very young age to where you are naturally awakened, but you are also you know who you are at a very young age, which I was. I knew who I was at the age of 7. When they asked me, "Who are you?" I just blattered out, "I'm an infinite being." I didn't say I'm awakened. I'm an infinite being, but that's okay. Those that are awakened are protected by all. When I say all, I'm talking about by our ancestors, our spirit animals, and our earthly spirit. Our ancestors, meaning that our loved ones that has crossed over. Some of them really kind of don't want to proceed crossing over because they're worried about their parents. I mean, worried about who they're left behind. It's just like when I crossed over one time, my latest death that I got. Uh, it wasn't a near death experience. I literally died because when I crossed over, I was shown all these things. And when I got ready to come back, I saw my dad, my sister, and my brother, my youngest brother, standing there. And my dad said, "Tell mom I love her and I'll be patiently waiting for her." And my sister said, "Tell my girls to behave. I'm watching over them." And my youngest brother says, "Tell my daughter, even though I've never met her, she's a beautiful lady and I'm watching over her and my grandkids." And I said, "Okay." And so that's what I mean by our ancestors. And then the spirit animals. Well, we all have spirit animals. In my tribe, our spirit animals are basically our kingship, our clanship, our matrilineal and patrilineal clan. My matrilineal clan is from the water, and we chose frogs. So we're a frog clan. My dad's side is in the bird clan, the eagle clans, and all that. So we decided to take turkey. So my patrilineal clan is turkey clan, and my matrilineal clan is frog. And we have dual responsibilities on that. But anyway, that will be the spirit animals that we have. When anything happens, we call upon or we protect and we serve our clanship, our clans on whatever activity is going on. Now, earthly spirit, what are earthly spirit? Everything, everything is an earthly spirit. This eagle feather that I have is an earthly spirit. Eagle was alive at one point. It has a spirit. The spirit has descended and crossed over. Our spirit will do that same. Earthly spirit, the tree, these everything that is in this room had a spirit at one time. The trees, the wooden desk had a spirit. It was a tree that was alive at one time, that had a spirit so they're protecting us. And those are the creation from the creator, the father, and Mother Earth nurtures it. Remember, salt, a circle with a line, that's even goes with all the creation of what is out here. The animals, the trees, the flowers, the bugs, everything has a spirit and has been, you know, created by the creator and Mother Earth to nurture. So those that are awakened are being protected by them. So in Hebrews 13:5, never will I leave you nor forsake you. That is a word from the Father. Never will I leave you nor forsake you. So when someone says, you know, who is protecting you? As an infinite being, I say my Father. I don't care if the dark is just roaring in front of my face saying, I'll get you, I get you. I said, you can try to scare the avatar body, but the spirit inside is an infinite being and more powerful. I'm more powerful than you. And that's why I stand fast. When the dark comes after me, I stand fast. I am connected with my Father and connected with Mother to where, bring it on. I'm ready. And chances are, with my vibration being above 432 hertz, remember, the dark cannot get on you or in you at that high frequency. And that's why we got to raise our vibration to that high frequency and stay connected all the time. Because before the dark can come after me, it even is written in the book of Job that says Satan must inquire to the Father before coming after us. So The dark had to go ask the Father. So that means that he's not powerful than the Father, but we are an image of the Father. Remember, I keep reading to y'all in the book of John, chapter 14, verse 20, where it says, Jesus said, I am in the Father is in me. I am in you, you are in me, and you, the Father is in you, and you are in the Father. So we are all connected with the infinite being. So if the dark comes after us, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Now, you know, knowing who I am, I must make a habit of cleansing on a regular basis, being in a high vibration, not allow myself for any negative to be on me. Water is spirit, remember that. So right now, when I go in this 3D world, everything is so people are unhappy. Look what's going on out there. You don't want to be part of that. So how I protect myself from the dark is that again, when I come home, first thing I do, I'll wash myself, wash my hands and face, and say, get all this negative off of me. Water, spirit, get the negative off me and reconnect. Stay connected to the Father. Stay connected to the Mother. You know, not knowing what is out there in the community, I have protection and is protected. What is my protection? Well, a lot of things. Anything that resonates with me as a protector. Again, I bring back my eagle feather. I have protection of the eagle. I carry moldavite as a protection, from the negative beings. These dark come in different dimensions. So you got to stay above and on top and stay ahead of them. How do you stay ahead of them? Remember what I said about wind? Listen to the wind. Follow the wind. See the wind of what he's telling you. You know, understand that. So when the dark comes after me, you know, I know they're probably saying, when someone says, you in what army? I picture this all the time. A million angels, you know, are protecting me. Because I can guarantee you, when the dark comes, he ain't coming alone. He's got his army, his little minions that come along with him. Wow, I got mine. So, you know, I have learned to stay connected and listen to my guide. Listen to the wind and listen to whatever is given to me. Listen to the Father, feel the Mother, you know, to stay ahead of what is to come. I listen to my guides, you know, if it's coming through the wind or if it's just coming to tell me, I listen to stay ahead of them. What do I mean by staying ahead of them? If there's any danger that's ahead of me and they want to protect me, sometimes you get ready to go somewhere, you're running late and everything, and like I tell about people going to work. You get ready, go to work. I mean, you get ready, you go out there, and you get ready to start the car and everything, and you back up a little bit, go plop plop plop. Guess what? You got a flat tire. Rather than get mad about it, get up there and just fix it and don't worry about it. You'll work even if you're running late. You can call them and say, look, I have an unexpected flat tire. I'm gonna fix it and I'll be running a little behind at work. If you explain stuff like that, people will understand. Don't just not call them and go ahead and fix the car and everything and then show up. They're gonna say, where you been? And you say, I had a flat tire and I had to fix it before I got to work. Well, how come you didn't call to let us know? See, those things will be against you. But if you are one step ahead of them, you know, think, don't get mad because you got a flat tire. Say, look, I got to call work. I got to let them know I'm running late. I'm going to fix the tire, ta-da, and do it. You know, to stay protected from what is, meaning stay protected from what is. I put wolves in sheep wool. And when I say that, wolves in a sheep wool, I said, wow, what does that mean? You know, because now when you start staying connected and you start connecting with your father and mother, wool in the sheep's wool are things that are deceiving you. Don't be deceived by the evil. You know, just continue your journey. They're always going to be right there trying to argue with you, battle with you. You can say, no, no, you know, and that will help you be not so attacked. Because, again, as I tell people, if they want to attack you and you stop and you argue back at them, guess what? They're pulling the rope, you pull it back, they're pulling it, you're pulling it. And the more you pull the rope back and forth, guess who's going to win? You're going to allow them to win over you. So the best thing to do is they throw a rope, don't even grab it. Just let it go. Let them pull on it. And if they pull on it and you're not jerking back at it, very soon they're going to say, okay, doesn't want to play. Now, how also do you protect yourself? Stay away from darkness. What do you mean by stay away from darkness? Well, you know, I'm not saying that everywhere is a darkness. No. If you go, like say like you go to a football game and people are angry because their team's losing and and they're just, starting to throw things around and everything, get away from there. Don't be a part of it. Or say like if you go shopping, people get mad because something store had that they ran out and people are just throwing a fit because they didn't get a chance to get it. Get away from it. Don't go there. Just turn around, go back home. You don't need to put yourself in danger when something like that happens. There's a lot more dark places. Only you know where it's at. So, you know, things that we do will protect us, but things that we allow will attack us. Also, carrying relics. I carry a moldavite in my back pocket because I believe that moldavite and I resonated for protecting each other. You know, I got, other things. I got crystals in my back, everything. Crystals, you know, supposed to take out the negative energy. I allow them. Take it out. Open the window. Let it go. Let it out. So, you know, relics. You know, my life for everything. You know, when I carry something that resonates with my life, which is my spirit, hey, I am that much protected. Now, for everything on Mother Earth has a spirit of love. The trees, the animals, the brushes, everything. So take what resonates with you, you know? So in conclusion, I just want to quickly say that I know who I am. And I know that I am the creator's masterpiece. My spirit is creator's masterpiece because he does not make any mistakes. So he did not do it for me. I'm an infinite being. I know I'm an infinite being. And know that my soul belongs to the creator, Father. And know that Mother Earth nurtures my avatar because what Mother Earth brings up, I consume and my avatar works, you know, which I know for a fact that eating naturally, all natural, organic, is a lot healthier for me. I got my lab works to show you how perfect it is. And after what I've been through, by golly, I do need to work on my diet. Now, I call upon my guides and stay connected through light and dark times. For instance, I was eating, and all of a sudden I got a whiff of cold air come by me. And when I felt that whiff of cold air come by me, Father, Mother, thank you for being with me. Thank you for telling me that, giving me a warning. It just happened to be at the end of my lunchtime when I felt that. When I felt that, as soon as I felt that, I walked away from it. I didn't want to get involved with that dark energy after I felt it. I didn't look for it. I didn't want to see it. Nothing. I just walked away from it. When you call upon your guides, when you get yourself in a situation like that, you hear what I said. When I felt it, that cold air rushed through me. I said, Father, Mother, thank you for your protection. And like your guides, people that get sleep paralysis, they say, "Oh, if I could just touch my thumb and my index, I'll wake up and I'll be okay." Or when my roommate comes in and I yell at her, and she says, yells back at me, I'm okay. I can wake up. And I tell them, I said, "Why wait till then? You know, as soon as the attack happens, call upon your guides." And here's a picture. They are waiting for you. Call on them. Remember, I will never leave you nor forsake you. They're watching over you all the time. And if anything happens to you, call upon them. They are waiting for you. Call on them. Like a million people. See that? This is one of the illustrations I want to show you about it. So this is from One Nation Tribal Alliance. And like I said, fourth, East, air, vibration, tobacco, and art. I want to thank you for watching. Please comment below. And we have an alchemy course on using perconscious, medicine wheel, chakras, and seven conscious level to raise your vibration. If you're interested, we're on One Nation Tribal Alliance. And other class is healing and raising your vibration through the chakras, which is taught by my partner Kim. And again, you know, raising your vibrations through the chakras, you can go on healthyandharmoniouslifestyle.com to sign up. Contact me, Greg. You can write me at Yawakia at onenationtribalalliance.com. That's our new website, by the way. And so, you know, join the One Nation Tribal Alliance on Facebook group. Watch us on YouTube channel, One Nation Tribal Alliance, and like and subscribe. That's all I ask. Now, for the advertisement, I am working on a galaxy tour for 3 days, 2 nights. I think I made an announcement. I'm gonna start posting it. I'm gonna post an event where those that are interested, really interested, come to this podcast that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the Zoom link and everything to where I want you all to come that are interested and let me tell you about what I want to do to take you out on tour. We're gonna go stargazing, go to VLA, Very Large Array, where they listen into space. I want to go to, El Morro, to hike around there where the little people live. Go to Great Kiva and look at some of the hieroglyphs of where we had contact with the space beings. I want to go to Chaco Canyon. And every night, I want us to have special grounding ceremonies. And those that are interested, please, I'm not going to take that many people. I'm only going to try to limit myself at the most, probably 8. So, those that are interested, please get a hold of me. One Nation Tribal Alliance, Yawakia at onenationtribalalliance.com. And then I will send you the link next week. Talk about it. And so, thank you. And thank you for your time and effort. I love you all. And if there's any questions that you have, please feel free to get a hold of me. Okay? I love you, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.